magazine, Today's Parent, and that's why we love to have Sasha Emmons in, the editor-in-chief of Today's Parent magazine. You reach out to so many parents, so many moms and dads out there, and today we want to talk about getting back on track for the new year with your family. I don't know if yours was like mine, but the holidays were one big extended pajama party with lots of bad snacks thrown in between.
Cookie palooza.
Right?
Absolutely.
So now you got to get on track, and not just for the grown-ups, for the kids, and get them back into a routine.
Absolutely. And I think the thing that we need to prevent ourselves from doing is thinking, hey, we're going to get it all right. We're going to be perfect this year. That's not going to happen. No one's perfect. None of us are perfect parents. But if you can focus on one or two things at a time and healthy routines that really move the needle, then you're likely to be a little bit more successful.
It's just like what Dr. Karen Gordon said. It's about the habits. So start establishing the habits, starting with reading. And we hear about this from baby all the way up. You got to start the reading routine early.
Right. So reading is a very important healthy habit to establish early on. You want to carve out reading time, dedicated reading time every day. It could be before bedtime if bedtime is a little too rushed and you're just kind of doing your one story before they get tucked in. Maybe carve out some chill time in the afternoon. But, you know, reading, they've shown, improves children's vocabulary, their memory, their concentration. These things are so important, especially in the age of screen time. So you want to make sure that you carve out time every day for either for them to read or to be read to. So some ways that can be made easier is have books within reach throughout the home. So wherever they plop down, there's a book nearby. Read yourself and let them see you enjoy reading, because then you're providing a good role model for them.
Absolutely.
And then you just want to make sure that you follow their interest, whatever it is. So maybe their interest is unicorns. That's cool.
Jump on the unicorn train.
Maybe it's potty humor, like the Dav Pilkey books. My son is crazy for those. Captain Underpants' new one is Dog Man.
But I kind of enjoy them too.
Well, if that's what their interest is, go for it.
They're kind of funny.
Hey, no judgment. No judgment.
Dave Pilkey's good. So we do a lot of comic books in our home, a lot of Pokemon books. Whatever you're into, if it's the cereal box, we're reading the cereal box.
Absolutely.
But we'll read it all together.
Absolutely. You can even, here's a sneaky way to do reading. You can turn on closed captioning on TV, and then even they're doing a little bit of reading while they're watching TV.
I like that.
Yeah, sneaky.
That's a good little hack there. Okay, let's move into the drinking and the hydration. I know with my kids it's an uphill battle. It's not like we have juice at home, but one only wants milk and one wants nothing. How do you drink nothing? Like the boy wants nothing. How do you have a full breakfast and then nothing? I don't get that.
Well, kids can kind of think like, taking time to drink water, that's boring.
It's so boring. I have stuff to do.
And kids in particular under 5, they don't even realize that they're thirsty, which means they can get dehydrated really easy. So you want to get in the habit of offering water with every meal and snack. Just do it without comment. Just put it there and make it part of the habit. You also can, let them choose a really cute water bottle and then pack it to school or to daycare, and that gets them in the habit too. If they think that the taste of water is boring, some of the water bottles have, you can add fruit in to add a little bit of flavor.
Ooh, that's fancy.
But
I like that.
Kids actually need 5 glasses of water a day, so that's what you should shoot for. And if it's a hot day, then they need even a little bit more than that.
Okay, just get it into the habit and put it out there. I packed the baby Swell water bottles with them once, and they didn't come home with it. I was like, that's not happening again.
That is the only problem with the cute water bottles. They don't always come home.
We are getting a less expensive water bottle. Okay, let's move on to physical activity.
Right. So kids should get around 60 minutes of heart-pumping physical activity, but only 9% of Canadian kids do. So the great majority of kids are not getting enough exercise. 60 minutes is overwhelming. It can feel like quite a lot. So, just something is better than nothing, and that's what we need to, that needs to be our mantra. So first of all, give them something protein rich, hydrate them in the morning so they have energy to go for the day. And then, try to make it fun. You can find toys that work in exercise. So, your old school jump rope. Here's a newfangled jump rope.
Which we used to do every single recess.
Yes,
There's a lot of fun.
My son is obsessed. He does it while he watches TV.
Oh my gosh,
something
I love
an
him for that.
Trampoline, something like that can keep them active in winter.
Very cool.
And, Take the stairs, park far away, find those little opportunities. Kitchen dance parties are great ways to get everyone's hearts
I
pumping.
love those.
Yeah.
That's the best exercise ever. Okay, where do you want to move on to
So
now?
the next very important routine to get into is washing their hands. So
Huge.
you probably have heard there's an awful flu going around.
Yes.
And the best thing that you can do to flu-proof your family is to make sure that they are in the regular habit of washing their hands. So before every meal, every time they use the bathroom, do the smell test if you have to.
Yeah.
You can make it fun by getting these fun foamy soaps.
Yeah.
That makes it a little bit more fun. Maybe explain it to them too so they understand, germs can make you sick, but you're washing them and sending them down the sink when you wash your hands. You should aim
Yes.
for 20 seconds. So that's 2 times singing the ABCs or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay.
So longer than most of us think.
Totally, that is longer.
So the next healthy habit to get into is sleep, and 40%
Right.
of Canadian kids do not get enough sleep. If your child is a toddler or preschooler, they should be getting 10 to 13 hours. If they're school age, they should be getting at least 10, and most kids are not. So, if the thing that you really need to make sure that you have limits on is sleep. So you need to enforce a bedtime, have a good bedtime routine. Maybe it involves one of these cute little cuddly stuffies here, but make sure they are powering down any devices at least an hour before bed. The light from those tricks your brain into thinking that it's daytime and makes it harder to go to sleep.
For sure.
And make sure that they are getting enough sleep.
Really good tips. And you know what? I like that you said off the top, don't try and do everything at once and don't try and get it perfect. It's not going to be perfect. We're all trying to figure out the best way to work with our own families. So institute a little bit at a time.
Absolutely.
To get it done.